YouTube. I was trying to find a video on YouTube about the revo 1/10 scale gear differential, and I couldn't find one. I mean, all I've seen was the 1/16 scale. I mean, but yeah, they're pretty much basically the same, almost, pretty much. But I was still gonna go ahead and do a video just in case if some people still didn't get it. But basically, I went out today and I was throwing it around, jumping the curve and everything else. Then I handed it over to my lady, and we were gonna race my slash 4x4 versus the revo. And I mean, I was only running on 4S. The slash was on 3S, and she started out with the revo. So turned around and she mashed on the gas from the get-go. It done a complete backflip, and I think she did it twice. The second time, all it did was clink, 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 and it'll stop and go, stop and go. So I went and I got a new spur gear. I don't know where I did with the spur gear, but I went and I got a new spur gear, and that wasn't the problem. It turned around and I got back home, took it apart some more, and it was the rear differential, or whatever it is. But I guess I'll show y'all how I took it apart. I mean, I pretty much took it all apart though, but I still got some of the parts just to show you how it all went. Cause I took apart too much stuff and turned around. I didn't need to take it all off. Like, I took all of my wheel and everything off. It didn't even have to come off. All you have to take off is your wing with this whole little housing thing or whatever. Take out 3 screws. There's 1, 2, 3 screws that mount this wing on here. Once that's out the way, that's gone. One thing I found out later on is to your shock tower. These screws go all the way down underneath that holds the rear skid plate. I mean the bottom skid plate on here. Just to give you a good idea of how it looks once you take it off. Enough light, but that's how it looks on it. Along with your axles and stuff. So boom. Take all of those off. Take off your rear skid plate. Pop that off. This right here, you unscrew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there was just 6, 7, 8 screws all the way down, and this just slides right under there, right there. This piece right here, it just slides from right under. I had to wiggle mine a little bit, force it to come on up out of there, but it came out of there. It don't tear anything. No harm done. But what was happening to my revo is I only had 2-wheel drive. The back wheels wasn't spinning. All it was the front ones. So I had to rip all of this apart. Took that off. This whole part up here is all good. It was just this back here. But once you took off the the screws to the top right here, to your skid plate, to your shock tower, once that came off, this pretty much just slides right on up out of here. Let me take that off. missing a lot of teeth. I couldn't believe this tore up because of my slash. I wouldn't imagine that to tore up, but it did, and all the teeth, or half of the teeth, are gone. Somebody just the revo took a bite out of it. So that thing is chewed up. There's the pieces. But luckily, the guy I bought this from sent me a couple more. I've got 2 more, and I've got the teeth in every last one of them. I've already took it apart. Just need to put some oil in it. It should be good. But I guess that's all I want to get through with, and hopefully they help some other people out. Alright.